don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just lame.
The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Cleveland. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Browns had 5 and 8, 3 games under 500. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, these 2 teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go up the middle with Chubb. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 44 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Right back to Dobbins on first. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll go again with Dobbins. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on third. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he is going to be out of bounds a couple of yards short of the marker. And they will fail to convert here on 4th down. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 78 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
On 4th down, Watson. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Flacco looking for his first toss. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And you know, you and I praise tight ends in today's game a lot for being just like a bigger-bodied wide receiver. Boy, a play that long from that position, you just didn't used to see that as much.
No, you were really just counting on the tight end position to catch the football and get what they got on the catch. And now it's the run after the catch that makes him so dangerous. Hard to bring those big guys down when they get rolling.
Couldn't bring him down here. Got into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Chubb on the counter. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it. And
that's a surprise, because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the 1st down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at about the 14. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A give running right is Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Jackson on 1st down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson. And that is incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players, and glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Odafe Oweh there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Slot man moves right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Jackson. And this this is going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here comes Grant on the return. He almost outkicked the coverage. A 57-yard punt, 15 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb to about the 33-yard line.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They run it again with Chubb. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Throwing is Jackson. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. another try after the first down sack. Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do. That's a big swing of momentum right there.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And some room to run now. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And give the tackle to Anthony Walker. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. He'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. To throw again is Jackson. Open man right side is Sharp. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Tucker with the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
Down to the 41.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And Chubb will try the middle here. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Browns on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Chubb running right. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Nick Chubb stopped short, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Walker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
York now for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 15 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Throwing, Jackson. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further. I
think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Jackson to throw. He'll find Bateman once more. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
One last shot for Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Cleveland, their chances of finishing over 500, they remain alive as they move to 6-8 on the year.
And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints